Hey, thanks for making it to Veterans Info Tap. I'm glad you made it. I have some interesting news on the 3M lawsuit settlement and some moves by the judge. And I'm not 100% sure, right? I'm reading it third party. My suggestion here to you is if you're involved in this litigation, reach out to your attorney that's representing you and make sure that there is nothing you need to do, as what I'm reading here has a deadline of today, Monday, the 25th of September. So I'm just going to jump into it here to just the section that I read here that has this in it. So 3M Earplug lawsuit news. September 23rd, 2023 is the little date there. It says Judge Rogers, that's the judge that's presiding over the 3M lawsuit, issued CMO number 68 out of frustration that the identification order declarations are missing important information like social security numbers and birth dates. So this is in violation of CMO number 60, and the judge is mad. The court's order requires people who submitted these incomplete or wrong documents and their lawyers, right, to fix this information. They need to do this by Monday, September 25th, 2023. That's now. If they don't fix it by then, which is today, their claims will be thrown out, apparently without further warning. I don't know if it's true, right? I don't know. I just found this one piece of information and I wanted to share it. So very important that we are aware of what's going on. Now, as we move on, there's also some additional information if you want to hang on. But I would definitely be pulling up as I'm listening to me, I'd pull up my email and I would email my lawyer. I would call my lawyer today. So September 22nd, 2023, Judge Rogers issued CMO number 69, which addresses changes in the requirements and deadlines for submitting certain documents related to a legal case. Initially, there were specific rules. Pretrial order number 18 and 81 and case management order number 40 that outlined when and how people involved in the case needed to provide information, including military records and personal details. But we have the settlement now, so the old rules and deadlines are being replaced by this new order. The key change is that accurate and complete information must now be provided promptly to avoid issues. Here are the new deadlines. Okay, this is important information. Here are the new deadlines. For individuals who had claims on the court's docket by August 29th, 2023 and were subject to a census form deadline at that time, they must submit accurate and complete census forms through MDL, Multi-District Litigation, Centrality by Thursday, October 5th, 2023. The court lists the names of all of the 1,736 people this applies, and I'm sure Archer will put this online at some point, but I'm not putting people's names online. Number 2, all other eligible claimants, everybody, all other eligible claimants must submit accurate and complete census and DD-214 forms through Multi-District Litigation Centrality within 14 days after their claim was identified on an identification order declaration, but no later than September 26th, 2023. That's tomorrow. Additionally, a deficiency process is in place for incomplete or incorrect submissions. If your census form or plaintiff fact sheets have deficiencies, you'll receive notice, and you must correct deficiencies within 14 days. The tone is harsh. The court points out that the settlement data administrator has the authority to handle these documents and deficiencies, and if you fail to meet the requirements and deadlines, your case may be dismissed without a show cause order or any further notice. This is real. So I want you to understand that if you are involved in this litigation, you better make sure that your T's are crossed and I's are dotted. Nobody is going to care more about it than you. If your lawyer reaches out to you and asks you for anything, you better get it back to them like the same day, right? September 20th, 2023, one source of frustration among veterans is that 3M will not admit responsibility in the settlement. An admission of guilt was never on the table. Admitting responsibility would open the door for everyone to opt out and move forward on that admission. Maybe it would be admissible at trial, maybe it would not. But it would be, at a minimum, a sword plaintiffs would hammer 3M with over and over. Admitting guilt would also be harmful to 3M's reputation. They have long vigorously denied responsibility. Have you ever read that what they told the shareholders throughout this litigation? So the optics would be terrible. And it's not just 3M. You do not see defendants fall on their swords in mass tort settlements. So that was just a little additional thing there. Let's see what else. September 18th, as of this week, the total number of plaintiffs with active cases in the 3M Earplug multi-district litigation is 242,604. That is 12,000 less than the number of pending cases just 3 months ago. Why? This actually has nothing to do with the recent settlement deal that won't start to impact the pending case count for a long time. The recent reduction is attributable to dismissals as part of the Judge Rogers' docket control efforts. Interesting. September 13 says here, I'm still confused by how many of the details and logistics of how the settlement will work. Honestly, I thought it was me, but I keep talking to people in the know who have had the same question I have. We will have to wait and see how things develop. So that's really a nothing little statement. There's really nothing else. All right, so with that, the two big things here, if you hung on till the end, is today, September 25th, is the last day to make sure that any incomplete or wrong documents are corrected and fixed and sent in, or you could potentially be kicked out of the process. And then tomorrow is another date where all other eligible claimants must submit accurate and complete census and DD-214 forms through the multi-district litigation centrality within 14 days after their claim was identified, or an identification order declaration, but no later than September 26th, 2023. So keep that in mind. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate you. Have a great one. And remember, if we don't take care of each other, something went wrong.